right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again with another edition of Felons Talk. And John called me earlier, but I was in New York all day with my girl, so we couldn't do a show. Talked to him for a little while, and he'll be back tomorrow. I just got back, man, and it was an expensive fucking day. Boy, let me tell you something. New York is no place to be, man, if you ain't got a lot of fucking money. I mean, really, dude. So listen to this. I need to take a leak, right? So I went in this, it's like some type of eatery, and I wanted to use their bathroom, you know. And it's one of them deals where, you got to put a little code in. So I asked them for the code. They said, you got to buy something first. Okay, I respect that. I try to pick out something cheap, right? It was like one of those big ass cookies like you see at 7-Eleven. Let's give me one of those cookies. And I hand him a $10 bill. This cookie costs $6.45. Fucking crazy, dude. Then I bought a water. The water was $3.50. There went $10 right there. 10 fucking dollars. Later on, I bought a slice of pizza for both of us and a couple of waters because, I don't drink nothing but water. And that costed fucking goddamn near $20. It's fucking ridiculous. Manhattan, ridiculous. Anyway, I was going to tell you a story today about a guy by the name of Stretch Hillyard. And somebody just sent me the information. I asked for the information and I couldn't figure out how to get it. And they looked it up for me and they sent it to me. There was a dude. Well, first of all, I escaped from jail in New Mexico by swallowing a razor blade, and when they took me to the hospital, I took off, and I was gone for 16 fucking days. What a loser, huh? And I get caught in Tucson, Arizona, and Tucson is like. I picked up 3 more counts of armed robbery while I was there. And they had me dead to rights, so I pled guilty to 1 count. They dropped the other 2, and I got 15 to 20 years running concurrent with my federal time. So as far as I was concerned, that was a good deal. But they sent me up to Florence, Arizona. Florence, Arizona is where the state prison is. And I was up there maybe, I don't know, 6 months maybe. The feds didn't know that they had, well, I mean, the judge had said concurrently with the sentence. And I thought, well, I don't want to serve my time and I want to go to the feds because the feds supposed to be sweet, right? So I asked the judge, and the judge sent me a letter saying that, the feds had prior authorization because they had sentenced me first. So as far as the judge was concerned, I could serve my time, my state time in the federal institution because it was a concurrent sentence anyway. So they came and got me. So like I said, I spent about 6 months there. But what a crazy fucking place this was. All right. There was a guy there. His name was Red Dog. He was from Texas. Sometimes they call him Texas Red, or they call him Red Dog. He was in the hole. I never really actually got a chance to meet him, but he was in the hole. He had done some crazy shit, man. He got caught with a gun. A gun. Not a zip gun, not a handmade zip gun, but a real gun. Okay. there was a lot of wild shit that had happened in that prison, and there was a guy named Larry Fasler, fat Jewish guy. He was in there for drug smuggling, but he was doing all sorts of shit, man. He was like, he was filing phony income tax returns for prisoners, and doing different types of like white collar shit and making a fortune at it. And the Aryan Brotherhood, there was an Aryan Brotherhood there, Aryan Brotherhood of Arizona. They were trying to press up on him to get the money, because he was making lots of money. And he wasn't a tough guy. He's a little fat Jewish guy, but he was shrewd, So he wasn't giving up the money. So they, we go into the fucking mess hall one night. This is a dinner meal. I'm there. This is crazy. A dude by the name of Stretch. They call him Stretch. Apparently, he had just gotten out of the hole. I didn't really know the guy at this point. He had a 32 automatic. He walked up to Larry Fasler in the mess hall and shot him 6 fucking times. Bam, 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 bam. 6 fucking times, bro. People were diving under the tables and shit. They didn't know what to think. It was a pretty serious situation. So I was like, damn, man. And the very next day on TV, they had Larry Fasler was like on the news. He had a patch over. They shot his eye out. He lived, right? He shot one of his eyes out, and he had a patch over one eye, and he was saying that, you can get anything you want in Arizona State Prison. It's fucking really, it's really like relaxed, and it's not like hard to get shit in and whatnot. People have guns and shit. And he wasn't lying, man, because he just got shot in the fucking eye with one. And it was crazy. Anyway, I had asked this person, I forget who it was, to do a little research for me, and they found it, and it was a book that it was written about in. And when I tried to, I'm trying to find the goddamn email from the guy, and I can't find it, right? But that email had the name of the book in it. It would have been a good idea if I could have remembered that, huh? Fucking. Anyway, I might think of it or find it somewhere else. I'm kind of, sketched out all over the place around here. But anyway, that was a crazy fucking thing, man, There was a guy by the name of, oh Christ, what was his name? I know John remembers this guy, man, because we'll talk about him tomorrow when I talk to John. But just his name's slipping my mind right this second. But he got underneath of the guard tower. It had somebody boost him up, right? And he caught the bottom rung of the guard tower. The guard didn't know he was there. He pulled himself up and beat the shit out of the guard. He beat the shit out of the guard and opened the fucking gate to let a couple of guys out. Benfield was one of them. I can't think of the guy's name who actually did it, man. We'll figure that out tomorrow with John, though. But they went out and they were doing all kind of robberies and banks and this and that. And they finally got caught and went to the feds. And that's where I saw them in the feds. I hadn't seen them. I mean, I saw them in the state, but only for a few months. I didn't really get to know them that well because I wasn't there that long. Then I seen him in the feds, and I remembered him. I said, you did some crazy shit, my man. And it was crazy. It was really fucking crazy, right? And then after I left, right, there was a guy who was on long-term segregation down there in, which it's kind of like you have long-term segregation cells, and then you have death row right here. And by the way, I was one of my jobs was to feed the guys on death row, right? And two of these guys on death row were, what the fuck's his name? Willie Stillman and Douglas Gretler. Douglas Gretzler. Get it right. Douglas Gretzler. Look them the fuck up. Okay. These two guys, I was in the county jail with them over in Tucson before they got the death penalty. These guys killed 19 people in 21 days. What? These motherfuckers, they were bums. They were like hitchhiking around the country. They didn't have anything, you know. They fucking had a gun and they'd run up on people and, kill them, take everything they had. Like, I think they did, like, if you had $10 and a fucking wristwatch, that's all they wanted. Take that and kill you, you know. They killed the people, I said like 9 people at one time on a farmhouse in Lodi, California. Look this shit up. Doug Gretzler and Willie Stillman, right? They had, anyway, they got the death penalty. It was a fucking mess, man. They even killed a little baby. You know, they were scumbags for real. They killed a couple in Tucson for no goddamn reason, just to kill them. And they just went from place to place, and wherever they went, they were killing people, and it was terrible, man. And every time I go to death row, there would be Willie Stillman. He'd be pacing his cell, pacing his fucking cell. Yeah, you piece of shit. You killed all them fucking innocent fucking people and a fucking baby too. You better be pacing that fucking cell because they're coming for your ass. That motherfucker, he died before they could get him in the I think it was the electric chair. I don't know if they had. That was back in like 75. I don't know if they had lethal injection yet. He died of liver disease while he was on death row. And then Douglas Gretzler ended up, I think Douglas got to fucking lethal. He was there about 26, 27 years before they finally executed him. And before he passed away, he said, now listen, I'm not just, I'm not just apologizing. I'm really apologizing. I really want you to know how sad and fucked up I am about killing all those fucking people. I ain't just a little sorry. I'm real sorry. That's how fucking sorry he was. What the fuck? How the fuck, man? I don't even want to go into it, man. It's just ridiculous, bro. I don't know, he might have found God at the end there. Who knows? But anyway, the guy was an idiot. The main story, or the second story to this whole thing, is that there was a kid there on the block that was adjacent to the fucking death row, and he went out on a visit. This is how lax security was in this place. He got a visit, came back in with a fucking 25 automatic, right? And he's like, there were like 3. There's predominantly white guys here, all right? These are just crazy fucking white boys, And they were down there and they were fucking with this kid a lot, man. I understand they were trying to sex pressure him and shit. I don't know what the situation was, but he had enough, right? So he gets this 25 automatic, brings it right back to the fucking, I guess it was, like the long-term segregation unit. I think they called it the adjustment center. And he kills 3 people. Dirty Dennis, Booger Red, and some other fucking idiot. I don't know what his name was, but, who cares, right? He walked right up to their cells, right? Had the gun, stuck the hand inside the bars. They couldn't go nowhere, no matter where they went in the cell. Boom! He capped them. Killed 3 of them. 3! It was a wonderful fucking thing, bro. It was wonderful, Yeah, that's what you get for fucking with somebody, you know what I mean? Motherfucker came in with a gun and killed 3 fucking people. Right? Okay, flash forward now. 19. This was that was 7. So here we are, about 4 years later. Maybe 5. It was 1980 at this point. I think. I was cleaning out a room in the hospital up in Marion, right? I got a little orderly job cleaning up over there, and here comes Stretch, the fucking guy. Stretch was came in from the Arizona State. Apparently, after he, tried to kill Fasler in the mess hall and shit, they gave him some time. And, then they had that incident where the fucking people got killed there. And they said, man, we're not equipped to deal with these fucking fools. So they sent Stretch to Marion. He was actually a Arizona state prisoner, and he was just being housed in the feds because he was too fucking crazy for Arizona. Anyway, when I first seen him, when I first seen this guy, he was so fucking paranoid. It was, I has, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen people that are just completely skitched out on fucking like meth and shit, where they're fucking just, they think everybody's out. I mean, like really physically fucking like scared to death, paranoid like that, right? He was like, "What's it like here? Is it really dangerous here?" And all this, and I'm like, "Dude, you crazy as a motherfucker, dude." Anyway, so I guess it was like 1983. He ended up getting stabbed out there on the main line in Marion, but he didn't die, right? Uh, and I just looked him up, and it says, on the inmate locator service, and basically it says that he was released in, I don't know what it said, 82 or some shit, and that he was like 81 years old now or something. Well, I don't know how that can possibly be. They might have released him back to the fucking state of Arizona. Okay, I mean, he was an Arizona state prisoner at the time. What I think happened is once they stabbed him, okay, then they sent him back to the federal prison system. I mean, to the state prison system because they figured, I don't know what they figured, but I think the stabbing had something to do with him being sent uh, back to Arizona. It says released, but I don't think that means released to the street because the feds don't have any obligation to tell you, like if somebody went back to a state institution or whatever. But I sort of doubt that he could have been released to the free world because he just was too crazy. He had too much time, and he was too fucking wild, And it just didn't seem. It doesn't seem possible that he could have gotten sent to the free world. Anyway, that's some crazy, crazy shit that happened in Arizona State Prison. Uh, some of it happened while I was there, and some of it happened after I left. But all of it was nonetheless fucking pretty crazy. And guy shot the fucking guy's eye out in the mess hall. Yeah, Larry Fasler. I don't remember the name of the book. It was something about the Aryan Brotherhood. The whole story was in that book, and it talks about many instances of crazy shit that happened in the Arizona State Prison with the Aryan Brotherhood back in those days. If you can get a hold of that book, I'll try to remember the name of it and find it or something. But You guys might be interested in that. All right, I'm going to tell another story tomorrow about a guy named Jack Callison. He got murdered right around the time that Stretch Hillyard got stabbed. Uh, and this is another pretty interesting story. This is the guy who, uh, you remember, John Greshner was talking about the guy who, when they came to kill him, he said, "Wait, wait, wait." And they said, "No, we're not waiting, motherfucker. It's time for you to die." That's the guy I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. And I got some surprising shit that you might be interested in regards to that murder. And it might change your mind about a lot of things that you might have thought regarding the Aryan Brotherhood and regarding Barry Mills. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Like and subscribe and leave a comment and give me a like, thumbs up, or whatever. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, John will be back on tomorrow. All right, take it easy.